Back at it, uSportsCentral. Charles Ashley, Adam Deal, glad you can be here with us. The high school football week is over for week 4. Now we go to week 5, and we look forward to that, Charles. I'm excited. We got a lot to bring you all here on uSports Network live games. Starting tomorrow, we got a big one, Monzano. That'll be live from Wilson Stadium.
Yes.
We'll see where they stand. If they're for real, they're playing Cibola. Cibola, they need a bounce-back win. That'll be great if they can get it. And then on Friday, of course, we've got
Cibola's
Mayfield
just
and
going
Eldorado.
through it. And like
They
you said,
are. They've got a tough
Friday
one.
big-time game we got going on, it's one of those make-or-break type of weeks, for Cibola. Because if you lose this, that's 3 games, you're in that tough district. Now you're talking about you have to run the table, which is...
It's the district, too, like
Yeah.
you said, that gets them. So we'll see.
Hey,
see. Charles, right now we're talking 3 and out. We do it every day.
Every day.
Have a couple of opinions and hopefully arguments. And we're talking Lamar Jordan and Cole Gauchi first. The Lobos quarterback situation, where's it at? We got the redshirt freshman, Lamar Jordan, the true junior, and Cole Gauchi. Gauchi, with his hamstring injury, didn't play that second half. I thought Bob Davies' comments were a little bit weird. I mean, he said that, well, we thought Cole Gauchi's hamstring might go, so he didn't play in the second half. What does that mean? Does that mean he's still injured, or does that mean that he started to feel like it wasn't doing good? I don't know what that means.
No one knows what it means. We're still trying to figure out what it means. You have a quarterback, Gauchi, who's known for injuries. I think the coach is saying, you know what, we have this young kid who continually is impressing the coaching staff and the fans. Pulling someone for a hamstring that's not pulled.
You don't think
I'm
he's
so
just
confused.
You don't think he's just saying that to have an excuse to put Lamar Jordan in, right? I mean, I don't think so. Look, I think he's legitimately struggling with some hamstring injuries.
Yes.
And I think that Lamar Jordan is playing good, though the Lobos are a little bit more effective with Cole Gauchi in. I think when Cole Gauchi is back, the Lobos, they need to pull a dual quarterback system. A lot of people don't like that. I think you got to look at Cole Gauchi almost as another running back.
Yes.
Right? I mean, if he's on the field, he's a running threat. I think the Lobos can do a lot with both of them in. I really do. And I know that's awkward. A lot of people don't like it. But I think that's what the Lobos are going to do going forward. And I think that's what Bob Davies is going to do going forward. And I think Clayton Mitchum is completely out of the picture. We both can agree on that,
Yeah,
right?
I think we're going to agree on that. I think you have Cole, and I can see why Davey is a little apprehensive. He's saying Cole stays injured. We have this kid who's, he's giving us a little bit more confidence. I like the dual-headed monster type of thing where you got the quarterback, but I also think it's a safety net for if we lose Cole again. So I think that's why they're going to incorporate Jordan more into the offense, because if you give him some experience and Cole happens to go down again, and if we're just going by track record, there's a good chance he's going to go down again. I mean, is that a fair argument? So I think Bob is using this as
absolutely
as a safety net. Like, hey, let's give this kid some time.
But here's the deal: is Cole Gauchi is now a junior, going to be a senior next year. Do you think that Bob Davies has already said, all right, well, Cole Gauchi, great athlete, but we've used and abused him now, and it's Lamar Jordan's show? I mean, can you do that to Cole Gauchi? Don't you think that's?
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
you can do that to anyone.
Well, yeah, but since Cole Gauchi's been, the heart of this offense, the sole reason of why they've been productive. It's hard. It's hard to look at it like that.
Okay, it's not when you look at the win and loss column. Like you can,
but the offense, not when it's the offense that's putting up points.
The offense is putting up points, but if you, as a coach, you're saying, "Hey, I think we found something here." That's kind of what it feels like to me. Is wow, the kid can pass. He's comfortable back there making passes. He's athletic enough to run that triple option for us. I just think if it goes the way it's going now, I can see a big-time controversy next season. I can see it. I see it already.
Listen, here's my question. If Cole Gauchi is healthy, who are you starting? Your head coach of the Lobos, who are you starting? Lamar Jordan or Cole Gauchi?
I'm not in that locker room.
I'm asking you.
I'm not in the locker room.
I'm asking you to make a decision.
Because Cole has been there, I say you stick with him for now, but I also say you start
That is
prepping.
a very politically correct
You
answer.
start prepping Jordan because you know Cole's going to go down again.
That's a very politically
I
correct
just said I'm going to
answer.
start Cole. Who you going to start?
I'm going to start Cole, man.
Just because
The
you went to
offense-
Rio Rancho or Lou Holtz?
No, why? I mean, their running attack is amazing. They score points. When Cole Gauch is in, they're a dangerous team against anybody that they play.
They weren't dangerous. They brought. Okay, let's agree to disagree. We're both saying we're going to start Gauchi, but for different reasons. I say you're starting him because he's
No,
been
you're
there.
you're starting him because you're politically correct. That's why you're starting
No,
him
I'm not.
because you don't
I'm not
want
a
to start
politician.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, what's next, man? I don't want to talk about that.
All right, let's move on. We'll agree to disagree, but also agree. The top running backs in the state of New Mexico. Man, you saw a couple of them already in some of our highlights. Cordova's been sick. How about Angelo Lujan? You see him from the Rio Rancho Rams. Lujan, he is so good because he's so good in the pass threat. They have him returning punts. He's also a defensive back for the Rio Rancho Rams. I mean, he is dynamite. And then, of course, Isaiah Cordova from Monzano. Man, that dude, look, he's breaking
yards
tackles
so
right
far.
there, Charles. Literally breaking tackles right there, right?
Yeah, he's over 500 yards already rushing. He's a big time staple in their offense. So I like him. I like Nieto, your guy, Jesse
I love
Nieto
Jesse
out there,
Nieto,
scat
man.
back. You know, he shifty, can make people miss.
He's
but
a state
did
champion
you see
wrestler.
my
He's
man
tougher than he looks.
drop the pads on?
And he trucked
the guy.
a
So
linebacker.
he got some
just went
power.
straight through him.
I like
Yeah,
Nieto.
just because, I mean, people look at his size and, you know, he's not tall,
Yeah.
obviously, and you think he's going to be a weak runner, but the dude, he's got speed
Yes.
and he runs with aggression.
Speaking
so,
of speed, Jimmy Gallegos.
So,
That's my man.
Jimmy Gallegos
Came from nowhere. He's only a
is
junior.
all over the place right now,
8
right?
touchdowns already.
I think you got a lot more to say for Jimmy Gallegos,
Almost
right?
500 yards rushing. I
over
do.
200 rushing the last week.
He
Fantastic.
shares carries.
Yeah.
With you got Ben Hamrick back
Ethan
there,
Gifford. Yeah.
So you're sharing, and he's putting up those good numbers, and he's only a junior. I like.
I wanted to
Mr.
mention
Gallegos.
we don't have a picture of him, but Parson Rogers
Oh, down
from
south.
Mayfield.
Yes.
Yeah, and he had over $153 touchdowns against Alamogordo and Mayfield. He's running the ball really well for them. We'll get to see him on Friday night, Charles, and find out if he's the real deal against El Dorado, who's only led up 3. This is interesting. El Dorado, real quick, I'm just going to throw this out there, has led up 3 touchdowns, but one of them was that defensive touchdown that you saw in those highlights. So really, they've only led up 2 touchdowns this season. Their defense.
They're doing a good job, but don't forget about my man Domenico Chavez. He was suspended last week. Tough running back, in between tackles. Obviously, he's making that team go because without him,
Domenico's sick.
They didn't show well. They didn't have a good performance. But I'm impressed. I'm ready to see my man Kavika Johnson. That's who I'm impressed. I'm ready to see that
Johnson
matchup
will come into
2
town
times
Friday. So those are the top running backs that we think in the state. Let us know if you agree, disagree. Keep it here. uSportsCentral.
Kavika, he's
Kavika's
real
good.
deal.